afternoon. This is Meghan from iRunFar, and I'm here with Meghan Arbogast and Michael Wardian of Team USA.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey, nice to be here.
Awkward hellos.
Yeah, sorry. That was like the press conference.
Buongiorno.
Yeah.
We're here in Sereno, Italy.
Yeah, I think that's about right.
4 o'clock or so in the afternoon. These guys are working off a little bit of jet lag and a little bit of extra Italian pasta. Getting ready for tomorrow's IAU 100K World Championship race. So let me ask you guys, how you doing? Are you ready to race tomorrow?
I think I'm ready. My training has gone really well. I have a new coach who's backed my mileage down and backed my intensity up, and I've been feeling really vibrant.
You've been feeling so vibrant.
So vibrant when I run. And I've had some good races. I had a 50-mile loop race as a practice, and I ran a 6:19. And then I did a 32-mile in 3:41 a month ago. So I'm feeling fit, and I feel really good when I'm running. I don't feel tired, and so I'm hoping that will carry over through the whole thing.
Also, when I'm cheering for you out there tomorrow, I'll be saying, "You're looking so vibrant."
And I will smile.
With gritted teeth, right?
Yeah.
Mike, how about you? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling all right. I mean, usually I've been saying I usually feel a little more confident going into this race. It's early in the year, and I had a little setback last weekend when I was trying to set a world record on the treadmill and had to stop early for overheating, so that kind of shook my confidence a little bit. But I got to run 10 less miles, I guess. So
A little bigger taper?
yeah, exactly. A little more taper than I wanted, so that was good, I guess. And I'm excited. I mean, this is one of those rare opportunities where you get to compete against the best in the world and see where you stack up. And so I like to take these opportunities when I have them, and you just got to go out there and mix it up and see what happens. And it's a long race, and a lot of things can go right, and a lot more things can probably go wrong. And Meghan and I were talking earlier, and some of the other guys. It's just this is the type of race where it's just on from the gun, and you have to be ready for that tomorrow. And it's a painful race. It's long enough where you get to experience a lot of ups and downs, and you just try and make sure those downs aren't as long as the ups, and then just try and make it across the line, in front of everyone else. So I mean, that's kind of like what I'm hoping to be in the mix and to be competitive and just hold up to the whole distance and run as well as I can.
Both of you have been at this race for quite some time. You've come to this race years on end at this point. Meghan, when you go into this race, are you thinking sort of like your own strategy, this is what I'm going to do, or do you put targets on certain people's backs, or do you put targets on certain time goals' backs? What's it like mentally for you?
For me, it's all about time goal. I can't know, especially in the international field, at this distance, how well any of the international athletes are feeling. We can look at their best times, but because we don't run, 100K every 2 months, it might be their best time from 2 years ago. There's no way of knowing really how fit they are, or even how they run a race. There's just not a lot of data. So I try hard to just run my own race, and one of the challenges of this race is figuring it out, because I've had a couple that were pretty close to kind of great. And a lot of them are kind of like really suck after 50K, and it's like you've got like from 50K to 90K, it just bites. And that's the part I'm dreading the most. Is like, when's that bite gonna come? Can I put it off just another 10K this year? Can I make it to 70 maybe without feeling like, oh my God, what am I doing? So trying to have a realistic attitude towards my start when I'm going. Like, it's so easy to convince yourself I feel great, and that might happen.
I'm gonna feel this way all day.
Right. Yeah. It's like, now I use technology, heart rate, gotta keep it down to where I think I can manage, and keeping the calories in. I get behind on that. So big goal tomorrow is to is to consume 250 different calories an hour. If I can do that, then that will be an accomplishment in itself. And whether or not that means a faster time or not, at least maybe I won't have that 40K of
So you're going to be spending most of tomorrow sort of within yourself, within your own time goal, within your own plan.
Yeah, yeah.
How about you, Mike? Because you said before when we were chatting that last year's champion, Giorgio Calcaterra, just went from the gun and went hard.
Yeah, he does that.
I mean, what's your plan? Are you going to play chase? Are you going to stick to your plan? What should we see from you tomorrow?
Yeah, well, usually I run a little more conservatively, which I don't always do, but usually I do in this race, and then I tend to pick it up, and usually that's worked out pretty well for me. But I don't know. I mean, if I want to be in the race and Giorgio goes out that hard, like I mean, last year I only got within 3 minutes of him, and then he dropped the hammer again and ended up beating me pretty good. So, you know, if you want to win, you got to kind of stick your nose in it. So, you know, at some point I might have to change my strategy, but, you know, I'm also well aware that, you know, I could run over my head and then end up, you know, having, like what Meghan said, that bite really hurts in this race. And I've felt it every year, and I've learned to manage it a little bit better each year. And so, you know, it's just one of those things where if you can manage your exposure after it happens, then you can do pretty well. And so I'm just going to see how it goes, and then, you know, I keep it pretty free flowing, and you know, try to go when I feel good, and if I have to hold back and then wait, then I'll do that too. So the nice thing is it's a long enough race where you can employ a couple different tactics, and you know, if something's not working right, then the hard part is being smart enough to realize it's not working before there's nothing you can do about it. And sometimes I'm not that smart, so you know, I think that hopefully I can manage. And like Meghan said, I think it's important to stay up on things and really be on top of like your salts and your calories and be cognizant of that, because it's easy, especially when you're running hard. Like, I mean, the pace is hard for this race. I mean, you're running really hard, and it's to feel like, you know, you don't really want to eat. Like, you just want to keep running and like putting that off, and like to make yourself be aware that like you gotta eat if you want to keep going.
This is a race that if you don't eat,
you're gonna get dropped. Yeah, it's gonna really pay you back seriously.
We see you lying from the left
Yes.
side of the road. That means you didn't eat anything.
Yes, bebe comida, as I've heard at Marathon de Stop, as you know. Bebe comida, and you can do a lot of wonderful things. If you don't do that, then...
So I'm taking notes on things I'm going to be cheering for you. Talking about vibrancy and asking you if you've eaten. When was the last time you ate?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, last question for you. Both of you are here with a pretty stacked Team USA women's and men's team.
Yes.
And in addition to the state individual competition, this is also a team competition. So
Yeah.
Talk for a minute about that team aspect. What it's going to be like being able to be out on the course with, you know, really 12 people who you know, familiar faces in
Yeah.
a strange land. And then talk about for a moment what it's going to be like trying to compete for a team medal.
I think we have probably the fastest women's team so far. Since I've been on the team, I have to look back, you know, 5 years before. I think every one of us, if we haven't run under 8 hours, I'll have the potential to do that. And if we have 3 women under 8 hours, that's a silver medal at least. The Russians typically have a couple of women that will be in maybe the 7:30s, and even if they have a woman that's, you know, around 8 hours, that can be hard to beat. But if we have 3 women under 8, and you know, further down we can get, I think we have a good shot at both. Japan also brings pretty competition, and if Italy has a full team, their number 1 gal has, you know, placed second a couple times that I've raced. Monica Carlin. So I don't really know amongst the team how we'll run together or not together. I dreams. Rustin and I will probably run together. I'm not sure if Annette will run there with us, or Pam. I know Amy and I have trained together probably more than anyone, any of the whole group. So we're pretty comfortable. So I think we'll go out together and try not to let each other get too crazy. But I could certainly see Annette and Pam just right there. Carolyn I haven't run with for a long time, but she went under a Gibraltar. She's fit, so she's 2 years ago. So she typically likes to, she's a little smarter, a little more conservative, and that's a little different. So we'll see. But I think we're going to shot.
How about you? How about the men's team?
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's really a pleasure. I mean, we have so many guys that are stacked. Yeah, I think any of our guys would be, I mean, we could actually take the first, second, third if everything went really, really well. And I think of all the teams, we have the most complete team, like with 6 guys that are all solid. So, yeah, I mean, I could be the last one.
Me too, I know, right?
And that would be great. I mean, we could just kill it. And, yeah, it's nice not having all the pressure that it's, all on one person or 2 people. So, yeah, I mean, I think like everyone better be scared of our team because they're really good.
Yeah, and the other female guy is Kathy Scallon, and it's her first year on the team. And she's quick. I mean, she could be our first American. I think any one of the 6 of us could be the first American. So it's a cool place to be.
And it's awesome where like both the men's and women's team have a really legitimate chance to get gold. Like that would be the first time ever, right?
You got the gold last
year. Yeah, for like the first time.
I've only had it twice, so yeah.
So it's pretty exciting, like to be a part of it. So yeah, it doesn't really matter what we say now. It's all like sweet, we already won, but like it all matters what happens tomorrow. So I mean that's the important thing. But I mean on paper right now, and like everyone seems pretty fit coming in, especially on the men's side. Like no one's really banged up too bad. I probably have the most races out of anyone. And, usually that's not a terrible thing for me. So, but everyone else seems pretty fresh and like really fired up about it. So I think both on the men's and women's side, we have a great shot to do really, really well.
Well, sweet guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for taking the time. Thanks for standing here on this, hard stone ground for the race. So
thank you very much. Thank you all followers from.
Thank
you.
Good luck to you too, Meghan. It's so weird that you're standing next to people you consider your friends and you're like so good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right.
Thanks. Bye guys.